Hey you guys, I wanted to shoot a super quick video right now because I'm really upset. I was just told last week that Cheerios has a protein cereal that I never knew of. And I looked into it just now, and the Cheerios protein, like that's the name of it, Cheerios protein on the front of the box, has 7 grams of protein rather than 3 grams of protein. Like, big change, right? But the kicker is that it literally doubles everything else. The calories are doubled, the fats are doubled, the carbohydrates are doubled, the protein is doubled. So the percentage of those calories that come from protein is unchanged from Cheerios protein versus regular Cheerios. Further, on the front of the box, it says 11 grams of protein in big letters, like the second most highlighted thing on the box, and underneath it in smaller font it says with 1/2 cup of milk or whatever, which is just, like, it's such a dumb marketing ploy. It's the equivalent of saying these blackberries have 23 grams of protein and putting that super big on a little pint of blackberries, and then in small font saying with 1 serving of Faya Greek yogurt. Like, it's completely nonsensical to include something else in the macros for a specific food. But that's marketing, and that's the world we live in, and that's a decision that was made by someone at General Mills, and that's a decision that was approved by the CMO of General Mills, and that is something that just turns my stomach, that really pisses me off. I saw a matinee today, which I maybe do once every year or two, and it was about a couple of con artists, and the whole movie, my stomach was like twisted, because that suspense, that dishonesty, that the line is what it is this line. It makes me incredibly uncomfortable. It's wrong. There's something physically off in my body when that is going on. That's the exact same feeling I get when I see this scammy fitness nutrition marketing. And what it is, like, General Mills made I just looked at their 10K. They made $1.8 billion in 2014, and they made $1.8 billion in 2013 too. Like, this isn't an information problem, you guys. They know what they're doing. This isn't like, oh, marketing people don't know about nutrition. You make fucking food for a living. That's what you do. Hire some schmuck like me for 2 hours for $100 an hour out of your $1.8 billion in net income as a consultant, and be like, hey, is this high protein? And I'll be like, no, General Mills, it's not fucking high protein. It's the exact same as regular Cheerios, but doubling the serving size. They stick it on there, and they're taking advantage of the 50 or 60% of this country that didn't grow up, and maybe even other countries, I don't know where at all they sell, but that didn't grow up, like, with good educations, or didn't grow up affluent, or didn't grow up like curious about this stuff, or have other fucking concerns. So when they walk through the grocery store and they're trying to make healthy decisions and buying food for themselves or for their kids, they see this and they see protein, and they know, well, I saw in Men's Health or whatever that protein's good, and it says high protein there, I'm going to grab it. And it's just like, you're screwing these people. You're taking advantage of these people for what? To, like, make your next quarter EPS high enough to keep investors happy and, like, keep your stock price high enough? Like, that's fucking horseshit. That's not okay. Gary and I were working out in the gym last night, and he said, Mike, that's why we're going to win in the long run, is because we're honest. And he's right. Like, these supplement companies that grind up cardboard and put it in their protein powder and amino acid spike and sell shit for $48 that costs $2 and are pumping out profit, they're not going to win in the long run, because the consumer's smart. Eventually we're going to figure that out. We're going to figure out what's going on. We're going to figure out who's honest and who's not, and we're going to buy the good product, and those companies are just going to go out of business. The reputation is going to go to shit. It's the exact same thing in, like, non-supplement industry and food. You can't be dishonest. You can't scam people. You can't put stuff on a label, like, even if literally it might be true, you can't deceive people in the gray areas in the long run and win and be around. And plus, like, even if you can, fuck you. Like, seriously, CMO of General Mills, fuck you. Whoever was on that campaign at General Mills, fuck you too. Like, you are contributing to a huge problem. Obviously, those 3 grams of protein or whatever, the 4 grams of protein, aren't going to make or break someone's diet or kill them, but the culmination of that behavior in our food industry is going to lead to further obesity, further heart disease, further stroke, further respiratory disease. It's going to lead to earlier death. It's going to lead to worse quality of life. So, like, to continue to do that, I'm trying to walk by people when I'm on this rant. There's, like, children around. I'm in Naples. I'm dropping F-bombs. That's it. That's all I got to say. You're being dishonest. You can do one of three things. You can take protein Cheerios off the rack. You can actually make them higher protein per calorie than a regular Cheerio if you're going to market them that way. Or you can just continue being scummy and, like, burn in hell. I mean, it's up to you. All right, end rant.